The following video you're about to see is uncut and unedited, except for near the end when our battery died. Please be patient with us and understand that we are trying to be open and honest about our situation because we wanted to share this with you as personal growth.
Yeah. Hi everybody, welcome back to another video. It happened off the res. This video we're going to be talking about why we're gone for a while.
Like 6 months? Was it like 6 months?
I think so.
It was a while. We were gone for a while.
So most of you guys know a lot of people have problems in relationships. So that's what happened to us. We got to the point where we want to be around each other, right?
We didn't want to be together. Like, period. So I think it all started when we got our own place together. That's when I think it started.
No, it didn't start then. So basically he's saying every day of his life was hell since 5 years. And that's not true.
Did I say that?
Yeah, you're saying everything
no,
started
I say that the
5 years ago.
problems started 5 years ago.
Yeah, and
it wasn't every day. I didn't say every day.
But you made it sound like it was every day. This is how we argue. And this is for real. So he was exaggerating. Now he doesn't want to exaggerate on camera.
Y'all can go back on video and check to see if I said every day. I have not once said every single day. But
behind cameras, when we would fight, he would exaggerate. And I'm pretty sure his family knows about that. Anyways, he was exaggerating, saying, we've been together, what, 7 years now? 6? 7 years. And he said that for the past 5 years, 6 years, that I've been like this and everything. Mm-hmm. And he made it sound like it was every single day.
No, that's how you heard it.
No, that's how you're saying it.
No,
I didn't understand it the way you were saying it. So
I said 5 years. For the past 5 years, this is how you've been.
Yeah, but you made it sound like it was every day.
But that's not what I said.
Well,
and I always say what I mean.
Mm-mm. Anyways, let him do the talking since he wants to be professional.
What does that mean?
Go ahead.
What does that mean, be professional? What are you insinuating?
Just talk, please. And this is not being edited or anything, so yeah. So
you remember in Shavonna's last video, she was expressing the issues she had with her ex, the things that she went through, and the events leading up to her going to prison. So I don't know if it was trauma from that. I don't know if it was having to watch her mother go through unhealthy relationships, but Shavonna has anger issues. I guess you could say.
I'm jotting it down. Not. I was just scribbling. I'll say that. But yeah, I didn't realize. I guess I was doing a lot of stuff to Cameron that I thought it was normal. Well, some of it was and some of it wasn't, because I didn't grow up in a healthy relationship with a significant other. Nor did I live in a situation where everything was, how would you say it? Everything was normal.
Well, there's no really such thing as normal. I'd say.
Well, you know what I mean.
I'd say you grew up around your mother and you watched her go through these really dysfunctional relationships. Mm-hmm. You know, first with your dad and then with the boys' dad. You know,
I mean, my dad wasn't really there for me when I was growing up. I mean, not like he wasn't there physically, but he was there like financial way. And my mom was kind of being stubborn. She didn't want to talk to him, do nothing with him. But later on, he came around and I was able to, I really enjoyed being around my father. But at the same time, my mom and dad weren't together, and she already had kids. And on top of that, there was a lot of abusiveness. Is that a word? Just kidding. Abusiveness going on in that relationship, and it just like really, there was fighting, there was like pushing and all kinds of stuff. And oh my gosh, I'm getting sad because I don't want to like remember it.
Well, we don't have to talk about that. So I consider myself to be a very even-tempered person. Don't get me wrong, I have my shortfallings. When I do get mad, it's really bad. I don't hit Shavana.
But he hits things around me.
I hit things. I've punched a few holes in walls. I don't throw things because I could hit somebody. I'm more like taking my frustrations out on inanimate objects, kind of anger. But it takes a lot to get me there. You have to keep pushing me and pushing me and pushing me and pushing me.
But you do push a lot. You like when we used to live at Mulberry. Remember when we first had that fight with the phones? I told you that.
No, well, we've had fights.
You were pushing me, and I never ever
because you were ignoring me. I was trying to get you. I was trying to get your help, and you were
embarrassed to go.
You were just flat out ignoring me and unwilling to be
and
helpful.
So that's okay for you to push me down and all kinds of stuff?
No, I didn't push you down.
You did a lot of pushing in our relationship. You didn't. I mean, yeah, he never hit me physically anywhere on my body where it was showing or anything. But you did a lot of, pushing, and wish you could probably hurt me or I don't know. But you just did pushing on me.
I think it was more trying. Okay, I wasn't trying to push you per se. I was trying to get you to focus.
I felt like it was intention pushes.
When?
Oh my God, you're not gonna remember. You don't remember a lot of stuff.
I have a bad memory.
And but over at Mulberry, and then I don't think we really you didn't really push me a lot too much over at Uvalde. You used to live there.
Well,
but here you did. You remember. You came into the restaurant. I told you just leave me alone, but you just kept bugging, and I tried locking.
Well, you had pushed me to a point by that time.
Not push physically, but but that doesn't mean you can just. When I say leave me alone, leave me alone.
Shivana,
and then you were just
when we got to that point, you had already said the most god awful things.
Yeah, to me. I say stuff, but I don't hit, and I didn't stab you.
But you don't think that hurts just as bad?
It does, but at least I wasn't getting. At least you weren't being pushed around.
I know, but that kind of trauma is lasting. You can't. People who have suffered verbal abuse deal with that for years.
Mhm.
So you can't think that what the things that you've said to me don't hurt any less.
Okay.
So don't weigh the two.
I don't even understand what we're trying to do right now.
The point is that it takes a lot to get me mad, and Shavana just has this wonderful talent of being able to push my buttons.
And I don't know, for 7 years he stayed here, but we got through it.
So there were several times that I've tried to talk to Shavana. I sit her down calmly and really try to focus on what the issues are. I wanted to try to figure out what it was that's bothering her, what it is that makes her act this way, that makes her act out the way that she does. Because what she does is, I found out recently is instead of trying to talk about the issue or or anything like, or have her take responsibility for her
Don't
actions.
just start bringing up new stuff that just happened. I mean, like what you just found out.
Well, that's how else do I explain it?
You explain from the beginning, like what happened, how we got through it, and then recently you just barely found out that people, like whatever you say now, you just barely found that out. You didn't know back then.
I didn't know back then, but that is exactly what happened. That's exactly what was going on.
Kind of, I guess, in a way, yeah.
So,
but we did argue, and I don't know, you guys. I don't know how to explain it to you guys. Maybe it's just like how Navajos are dating, and how when you get mad, everything just goes out of proportion or something. I don't know.
It's not. It can't just be Navajos. I know plenty of Navajos that don't act like that.
You don't know that. You're not with them.
No, I'm not.
Maybe they do it behind doors. Because everybody was thinking that we're all having a good time and loving each other. And no, it wasn't. And that's when I just didn't want to do YouTube anymore.
So the point is, one night we had a really, really big fight. And it was bad. And I ended up leaving. I packed up my stuff and I left. And since then, I had left. I'd come back because it's very hard for me to think about leaving my daughter.
No, you took a new one that time. Or which time are you talking about?
The first time.
You just came home and you just took a new one, packed everything, and you just left. You took a new one away from me.
Yeah.
And she cried, and I don't know what she's. I think we kind of put a little trauma in her right there.
Well, she didn't exactly understand what was going on. The point is that I felt that quite honestly, I was
over it.
I was worried. You know, I don't want my daughter to be like that. You know, I want her to be trusting, and I want her to be able to communicate, and I want her to think things through and not resort to name calling and belittling. You know.
Like what kind of belittled things I was saying to you, like in the past?
Okay, well, for one, you remember Father's Day? My first Father's Day? My very first Father's Day. You told me I didn't deserve to be a father.
Yeah, because you weren't helping me with anything. I had to do like everything for you.
Yeah, but how are you gonna ruin my very first Father's Day? I can never get that back.
I don't know.
See, you're acting like you don't even care.
Of course I do. It's in the past, and I don't know. We just keep bringing up the past.
Just because it's in the past doesn't mean that people have healed from it. I mean, do you think you've healed from what Bill did?
I want to say who's Bill. Sorry.
I'm
sorry, baby.
Do you think you've healed from that? Do you think you've healed?
Maybe
do you think you've healed from going to prison, losing Malachi, and then the events that happened?
I did not lose him.
The events that happened afterwards.
Slowly. But
have you?
Slowly.
And how many years has that taken? Are you still over the fact that Malachi doesn't visit us because he wants to spend more time with his dad?
It's not because of me.
It's not because of you.
It's not.
But he didn't grow up with you.
I know.
And that's Bill's fault.
And we're not talking about Malachi now.
We're not talking about Malachi. We're talking about you.
I know.
Have you fully recovered from all the trauma that you went through?
But
all
that
the
was
trauma
physical. That was different.
All the trauma you went through as a child.
No. But you're not a child.
No, I'm not a child. I'm an adult.
You can, work around it and go work through
Shavana,
it.
you can't expect somebody to handle trauma how you do. Everybody handles it their own way.
That's true. Okay. Okay, what else?
And up until this point, I've never had to deal with anything like that. So I have zero experience on how to cope and how to get over it or how to address it or how to, how to confront it, make sense of it, and try to move on. This is something I'm still trying to figure out.
So what do you think?
I'm not thinking anything. I'm explaining to you that you can't just...
I know, you told me. We always talk about this.
You can't just write it off that easily.
I'm not trying to just write it out. I mean,
you told me...
It's always going to be there.
Then why do you keep bringing up the past?
Quit bringing old shit up.
It's, Shavana, it's still just as relevant. Just because it's old doesn't mean it's no longer relevant.
Mm-hmm.
And you don't seem to get that.
I guess I don't. Look at them, not me.
So you need... The point is that you can't blow me off. You can't blow off my feelings. You can't blow off how I feel about it. You need to take that more seriously.
So are we telling them about it, or are we just discussing whatever again?
We're both.
Stop that. No, we're talking to them about it. And you're just over here disciplining me again or something.
So this is the kind of thing that we're talking about. We still have a lot that needs to be addressed. We both still have a lot of learning to do. The truth is we love each other very much. We do love each other very much, but that doesn't make it any easier. And that's why we stopped. Because pretending to be some kind of way in front of the camera actually created more issues, I would think. Pretending doesn't fix things. You have to address them. You have to talk about it.
I was all thinking in my head, you're all blaming this all on me, but I remember that we were both pretending, right?
Yeah.
I'll say both, don't just be like...
I said we.
I know, but you have to be more specific.
More specific than we?
Maybe, I don't know, I don't know.
So, the issue, Shavana's never been with somebody who's as sensitive as I am. And I can be sensitive. And I do have a lot of feelings. And that's something she's not used to. And
Look, I guess we should have wrote some questions down. Because we're explaining and we're just talking and I don't know, like...
Well, what do you think? I try very hard to keep this family happy. I do everything I can. I
know that, but all the time you always want me to be happy and everything.
No,
I am happy, but
I don't expect you. I don't expect you to be happy. I don't expect you to be happy all the time because that's unrealistic. And it's okay for you to get mad. It's natural. Everybody gets mad.
I know that.
But what you do...
Don't try to educate me in front of the camera. I already know.
What you do when you get mad.
That's a different story. When I get mad, I just don't want to be talked to. I just want to cool off and just leave me alone. When I say leave me alone, then at least 30 to an hour or whatever. And then I'll come back and I'll talk. Or I won't. I used to do that.
See, that doesn't work.
What do you mean it doesn't work?
Of course I can give you 30 minutes or an hour. I'm more than comfortable doing that, but ignoring it altogether never works.
How am I ignoring it?
You just said that you won't talk about it.
I mean,
That you either come back here, you talk about it, or you won't. That's what you said. And
I say a lot of things.
so
You should already know that.
okay, so are you talking out of your ass, or are you just trying to?
I'm not talking out of my ass.
You just said you say a lot of things. Are they not all
Well,
true?
it's true, right?
Are they not all true?
All the time. I say all kinds of stuff, and I'm not just talking out of my ass. I don't know. I don't think about what I say all the time. You already know that.
Shavana doesn't have a filter.
Like, if I get mad, I get mad. I say whatever comes in my head. I can't even... Sometimes I do if I really try, but other than that, if like something happens or whatever, I don't think about what I should say, what's the right term to say it.
You just say the most hurtful thing you can think of.
Yeah. When I get mad.
Whether it's true or not.
Not when it's true or not, because I don't know if it's true or not.
But you know it's hurtful.
Yeah, it is hurtful because I'm saying it. It's coming out of me.
I know, but that's the point.
Like I said, it doesn't filter right here. It just comes out. I wish I could be different, I guess. I don't know. But I just can't control it. I can't. Just like how you can't put your clothes all the way in the basket. You leave it halfway hanging out.
Yeah, every guy does that.
And then he also, I started saying that. He told me.
Go ahead.
Remember, I was like, can't you just put this shorts in the basket? And then one time he goes, well, I didn't wear it all day. And
See, I have my dirty clothes, and then I have my clothes that are not completely dirty that I'm probably going to wear again later. Pile.
And I'm like, this is dirty. And I like to do laundry. I don't know why. Maybe just to smell it clean. Because when we're growing... Well, I'm going
apparently she doesn't care if my clothes are only partially dirty. If they're partially dirty, she thinks they're dirty. I don't think they're dirty. She thinks they're dirty.
Oh, well, maybe he should like fold it and put it back in the drawer. But that's just going to stink up everything else in there. Shut up, LeBron. I know you're laughing. Because she just laughs about everything they complain about.
There are certain things that I should learn to just accept. She thinks my clothes are dirty if I wore them one time. So they should just go in dirty clothes when I take them off.
No, you just forget about them. Because sometimes I wear my shirt twice.
I asked you if I could wear my shirts twice. You said no. I want you to have clean clothes.
Because men are different. Just kidding. I don't know.
Like when Shavana isn't mad, when she's not mad, she's a very caring person in her own way.
And I hate being mad. I don't know.
She does. She's lucky I'm a Libra. Libras forgive immediately after somebody apologizes to them.
Who, you're a Libra?
I'm a Libra.
I mean, yeah.
Which means that I forgive immediately after you apologize, no matter what it was. Which sucks. But it's true.
I mean, you don't exactly have to follow the horoscope.
I don't. This is just how I am.
True.
It's hard for me to stay mad at people.
Because I know somebody that's trying to follow the horoscope. I'm like, you don't have to read it and then act like it that day or whatever.
I think it's a coincidence, actually.
Yeah, it is, honestly.
But maybe that's why I kept coming back. I mean, I left three times, and I'd sleep in my car. I'd shower at a friend's house.
No, you didn't.
I showered at Charlie's house that one time.
One time.
It counted.
You left.
It counted.
Okay, I guess.
And
then there's other things that I counted that took a long time too. Just kidding. Start sticking. Anyways, okay, what else?
So I would leave and then I'd come back because, she'd call me and apologize and, she'd tell me how bad she felt about the things that she said and the way she made me feel. And then at the same time,
He was mad because Hello, he has feelings. I don't know. I guess honestly, like when I get mad, I just, what do you call it? Like come into a ball, or I have
When she gets mad, when I try to address what's going on, instead of taking responsibility, she deflects, and then starts.
I didn't know I was doing that until we were watching it on TikTok. He showed me.
She deflects the issue, then she starts to how do you call it? Why don't we just put the clip on there?
What clip?
From TikTok.
No, you can't do that.
Yeah, you can. I can.
No, you're not. Just explain it from our point of view.
I can't remember. Okay, so every time I tried to talk to her about something, and I genuinely wanted to talk to her about it so I could figure out what the hell was going on. So I could figure out where
I used to just blow you off and just say, forget about it, it's gonna be okay. And he did. I did that for a while, remember? And then that's when things kind of started getting more serious. And
so she would deflect. She would do whatever she could to get the attention off of her, and she would do that by calling me names, by belittling me, trying to make me feel bad. And then when I reacted to that, she would get mad at me for reacting to what she said.
You're just confusing them. I say that again one more time, because
I would try to address an issue with you, and instead of talking about the issue or taking ownership of it, you would start calling me names and belittling me, doing whatever you can to make me angry. And then I would react to being called names, to being belittled.
Okay, I remember now.
And then you would get mad at me for reacting to what you said, which inevitably changed the subject off of her, which is what she was trying to do, which is why she does it, so that I could get mad and change the subject. But once I figured out what she was doing, I would try to keep us on track, on subject, and she'd be like, "Don't change the subject. Don't do this. Don't do that. Don't be bringing up old stuff." She does whatever she can to deflect the issue off of her.
I don't just say anything too. I say things that are true. I don't just pull anything out of anywhere.
Yes, you do.
No.
So I'm a loser.
I didn't say you're.
Every time you called me a loser.
I don't know why I said that.
Exactly. You pull stuff out of nowhere.
But, the thing is, when I would get mad and say stuff to you, you can't do this, you can't do that, and, whatever, that's
Shavana,
because it was true.
It's only true because you don't tell me. Guys...
You should know
No. Guys are not mind readers. Okay? We don't think the way you do. If you want something done, you need to tell us. Otherwise, we're not going to think about it. Especially me, because I have the worst form of ADHD.
And he just keeps blaming that.
It's not something to blame. It's a symptom.
I mean, you should take some pills. And then he also said that
if I took those pills, I'd be a really different person, and you wouldn't like me.
Give it a try.
I've done it. I did it in school.
That's in school. Now you're an adult. That was when you're a child.
And the same thing would happen.
No, you got to realize you have me, you have a Nua, you have more responsibilities.
Shimona, I would not know you two existed if I was on those pills. It makes me focus so hard that I ignore everything else. I don't even eat when I'm on those pills.
Like I said, it maybe can change. Anyways, okay, forget about it.
You made me forget what I was trying to say.
And then there was times he wanted me to go to angry management.
So I have ADHD, which means that if I'm not focused on something or if I'm not thinking about something, it's not on my mind at all. Which is why
I guess guys can relate.
No, not guys, just people with ADHD. Which is why I hardly ever call my mother. Why I hardly ever call my dad. My sister's a completely different story because she messages me all the time, so she's always there. But it's basically out of sight, out of mind, times 3. So Shimano, wonders why I don't message her while I'm at work, it's because I'm at work and I'm thinking about work. I'm not thinking about Anua or Shavana or
But he'd be on
Riddell or
Facebook
Tyson.
all night long.
See?
That's what I was saying.
I'm not. Okay, anyway.
That's the thing. It'd be like, how come you're not messaging me, but yet you're on Facebook all night?
Yes, I'm on Facebook, but I'm not thinking about you.
But I know you're not thinking about me, but I wanted to talk to you about something, but instead you're at work and...
You know you can message me while I'm at work.
Yeah, I do, but you don't message me back right away. And then that's when I get mad. I'm
because I'm at work. I don't have time.
If you're at work, why are you on Facebook?
Shavana,
You can close the app.
Why would I go out of the way to close the app?
I just say log out. Just close the app so I won't bother you.
Shavana, I'm not thinking about that. If the app is open, it's going to say I'm on. That doesn't mean I'm on. It just means the app is
I know that,
on.
but you can just...
Okay, so you want me to take 2 seconds to think about
2 seconds.
How you feel about seeing my app open when I'm at work.
Okay, so when I'm at home and my app's still open, you're like, why are you still awake? I'm like, huh?
Okay, that's fair. That is fair. I do that.
I'm like, I wasn't...
Sometimes I assume she's awake when I see the little green light on that she's active, and she's not. The Facebook app is still open, and I just assume she's awake. So that's on me. That's true.
Mm-hmm.
See how easy that was?
But yeah, because we're on camera, I just didn't know.
Don't I do that all the time? Anytime I'm wrong...
And I learned a lot from Cameron, too.
Anytime
honestly,
I'm wrong, I accept that responsibility.
To be honest, I learned a lot from Cameron.
Thank you.
You already know that.
Well, I appreciate you saying it.
Of course. Well, I said it to my family. Well, not my family, but my sisters all the time. Like, yeah, my family too, on my dad's side. I tell them that I learned a lot and, you know, I could just...
So,
anyways, yeah.
Ultimately, here's the point. I love Shavana very, very much. I think she has a lot of emotional growth that needs to happen. She has been doing much better.
Because I was actually, you're right, because I'll say that. No, you're right, because ever since TikTok started blowing up 2 years ago, I have a TikTok. I don't get on it much, but when I do, like those things come up, like the one you showed me.
Go figure, guys have feelings, and then when we're not taken seriously, we shut down and turn into assholes. Go figure. You know,
I'm not saying that.
No, not you, but this is something people are starting to figure out, that
females.
Women expect men to be a certain way, and when we don't act that way, we are punished for it.
Kind of like that for me. I was like I would say some stuff to Karen, we were like, get over it, just go continue. Like when something happens to me, I just like get over it. I mean, it's still there, the memory, but I don't like... How would you explain that? I don't even know anymore. You have emotional walls. When something bothers you, instead of dealing with it, you just put it away. And throw the key away. Just kidding.
And then eventually you end up getting all this. You become aguitado, which basically means you're mopey. You have all these issues that you've tucked away, all this hurt and all this pain, and then when somebody pokes at it or addresses it, you explode. Instead of dealing with it calmly and rationally, like a well-rounded, well-balanced adult, you revert to being 7 years old.
That's true.
And I'm trying, and we're working on that. Shavana.
So all this is my fault.
No, it's not your fault.
It sounds like it.
It's trauma that you're struggling with.
And he's man enough to stick around and stick it up for me.
And you were never taught how to deal with it.
No, I did it because, like, I grew up in an environment where, I mean, I'm not trying to blame, or I don't know.
That's the thing that I do too. I make excuses for her. You know, and I shouldn't. You know, it's not my place to make excuses for her.
I don't know what excuse you're talking about.
When people ask me why I'm still with you, or why I still put up with you, or
oh yeah, your mom, your dad, everybody said that.
I make excuses for you.
But you shouldn't if you didn't.
I shouldn't. She needs to take responsibility for herself and what she's trying to do. She's talked to several of my family members, and this is not something you should do. You know, when you talk to people outside of your relationship, you invite their opinion, and it's really none of their business. It's only between me and her. But that's how bad it got. I didn't know what to do. So
I mean, I got some nice feedbacks and everything, and one of them was just like, "That's y'all's business. You guys fix it." I'm like, true. I'm not over here running to my family members, and I don't even have anybody out here. So I don't just run. I mean, I can make a phone call and I can talk to whoever. Like, I probably talk to my sister, but you know what can she do? We can just talk, and yeah. I don't know what else to say. Start another subject.
and then that's the other thing that she struggles with.
I struggle with a lot of things.
She struggles with communication because
oh my God.
What? You struggle with communication.
I know, but you're just gonna say something else that I don't even want you to say, but you're gonna say it.
I won't say it. I don't have to.
But you were, if I didn't say anything.
Why do you think you struggle with communication?
Because I didn't finish school. That's what you were getting at. In the end, I guess I'm just a loser.
I don't think you're a loser.
I knew it was in yesterday because of that movie Zootopia. I don't know why I brought her up, but
babe, I don't think you're a loser. I think you need to give yourself a break. I don't mean like take a break from your responsibilities. I mean give yourself a break.
I don't know what that is.
For whatever reason, maybe it's not true. Maybe you blame yourself for a lot of things. I don't know. Everything can't be your fault.
What did you were saying? I need to go to therapy too?
I thought therapy would work if you had somebody to talk to, because you didn't want to talk to me. I tried before. I told you to.
Well, everything's so easy for you out here, you know. I don't even have anybody.
And that's not true. You have lots of people here that love you. Lots of people here that would.
I mean,
that
like
can talk
before.
To you. Before what?
Before I started YouTube.
I don't understand.
I don't want to do this no more.
Hmm?
So I don't want to do this no more.
Tell me what you're thinking.
I don't know. There's a lot of stuff in my head. I don't know why I'm crying.
Yeah, you do. Tell me. Honey.
Okay.
We're almost done, man. Okay?
Okay, but I'm still hungry. Oh, Mom, look.
Yeah.
Mom, I ate all your fries.
Here.
You finished my fries?
Yeah.
Can you get a box of tissue and to get in the restroom anyway, please?
Yeah.
Tell me how you're feeling, babe.
I feel like a crybaby.
You know it's okay to cry, right? That I don't think less of you for crying.
That's not the point. Just feels like everything's my fault.
I know I don't make things easier.
Is it tripping or?
Why do you feel that way?
I don't know what I'm feeling. I don't know why I'm crying. Just talk about something again. I just got emotional.
And that's okay.
Mommy,
Yeah.
there were no things in there.
It's alright, they're at the bottom.
Why at the bottom? On the toilet?
No,
It's in the cupboard.
in the cupboard at the bottom.
I looked at it.
Baby, there's like 3 boxes in there. Come get it.
The
Huh?
face tissue, babe.
Nothing
Like
to-
that kind of box, look.
You see the tissue box?
That kind of tissue in the... Why are you wearing... Where's your...
Go. Tissues.
She's walking around like a frog with the big old feet.
There's some other things that we're still working on.
Yay!
Thank you.
But I'm hungry.
Okay.
I was telling her to eat my sandwich, but it's spicy.
We're still working on some other things. I'm trying to pay better attention. It's something I struggle with. I'm trying to recognize when she needs me to walk away, not just when I need me to walk away. That's usually what I do. When I feel the need to walk away, I walk away. And if I don't feel like walking away, then I don't. I can keep pushing because I want to talk about it and I want to discuss it and I want to try to fix it. So I'm trying to learn when she needs me to walk away. but we're doing a lot better. Believe it or not, what you just watched was very healthy for us. You know, that was a that was an adult argument. You know, neither one of us started yelling. We raised our voices a little bit, but we actually had a conversation.
I think that's one thing that I had a hard time with when I got into a relationship with you. That I had a hard time. You know that, right? Or you didn't? We didn't know at the time, but back then we were. I was just like keep my guards up, I guess. I didn't know how to talk about it. I guess I was kind of ashamed to cry and be angry at the same time. But now, you know, when things got serious where we wanted to leave each other, we end up talking about it instead of yelling or ignoring each other.
So, like she said, this is gonna be unedited, so y'all can see everything raw. But the battery's gonna die soon, so if you see a break in the video, it's just to change batteries. That's it.
Don't know that, right? I mean,
well, I wanted.
It's just. So where do we start again?
I think
we took a bathroom break and all that stuff and freshened up, so we just had to change the battery.
So basically, you know, we stopped doing the videos because our arguments, our spats, our lives were getting out of control. And it was getting pretty bad. I guess I feel, I don't know how Shavana feels about this, but I feel it took me leaving for Shavana to finally realize that her part wasn't being handled very well. That maybe she needed to address or confront certain issues differently. That it wasn't okay the way things were being handled.
And we did change, right?
Well,
we talked about it. How do we even do it? I don't remember. Blackout mode. Just kidding.
I think you finally just
gave in.
Had an aha moment. You're like, holy shit, am I really that bad?
Mhm.
You know, I mean, I don't. You'd have to tell me.
I felt I just didn't want to lose I didn't want to lose anything that I had accomplished with Cameron and Anua, and that I realized that I had to really, I guess, like you said, own up to it. And it was hard, and I had to realize it, and had to make a different or I don't know, how would I say it? just treat each other right. And I remember now that I was when he left, I was here alone for like 3 days, and I was just thinking, and the whole time I was just crying and trying to think like what can I do to make it different? What can I say to make things better? And my mom came to mind. She came to my mind, and I started thinking about all the things she would always tell me. And she told me, you know, if you love that person, like, you'll be able to change whatever is wrong with you. Change whatever. Just make it different. Oh my God, hold on. So my mom used to always say, treat each other right. Treat each other with respect. Don't pull an argument just because you want to, and like talking down on other people. And that's when it really hit me, because she wasn't actually there to tell me. And I was just thinking about it and remembering, and like every time I remember I would cry more and more. And I was just like I was at the end of the rope, and I didn't want to lose Cameron or Nua. So I had to I was really, really embarrassed, because I had talked to the people that he was close to, and you know, like a lot of people, they argue, they fight and everything, and you know, you just have to work on yourself first before you even start working on your relationship. And my mother-in-law told me like a lot of stories, a lot of things, a lot of knowledge, basically. And I thought over here in my head she was gonna yell at me and like get upset. And
I remember that you called her, right?
No, she called me, or one of us called each other.
We all had a conversation on the phone.
No, we went over there. Remember?
I have a terrible memory.
But yeah, we went over there because you told me that before we get back together, you're gonna have to talk to my family, and I was just.
That's right. She said that she wanted to talk to us.
But mainly it was just me. Because it was like a woman to woman thing, a mother, and a daughter, mother to daughter, and all that. So, like I said, she didn't say anything bad. She didn't say, like, why are you like this? Or, you know, how, like, I was just thinking the worst. And I just, like, man, I really have to change, because I can't continue being like this. And if I do, it's just not gonna, we're not gonna be together anymore. And I didn't want that. So I talked to his mom, and I talked to his sister, and you know, they gave me some knowledge that they went through, and how they handle it, how you got to do it. And I mean, they didn't tell me what to do. They just said, you know, you guys should be like, just some good knowledge and good words and
Advice.
Yeah, advice, good advices from all of them. And that's when I realized, like, oh my God, like, they don't hate me. They don't, like, they don't want to get rid of me, I guess, or something. So that's when I had to really, like, kind of work on myself, I guess. Not kind of, I did, because I didn't.
You still are.
Well, I am still. But how are things now? I don't even know. Just
Things are much better than they were over the summer. Though all this happened over the summer, right? You know, we had stopped making videos. Because it was the fights that we were having, and then the pressure to make a video and then edit it, and yeah, I'd have to constantly, hey, what are you gonna shoot? What are you gonna do? What are you gonna do? What are you gonna do? Because this is something that she came to me and said, hey babe, I wanna vlog. I wanna vlog on YouTube. Can you help me? And I said, sure. You know, so I bought her some cameras, and I bought her this, I bought her that. And then when it finally came to making videos, I was like, hey, don't you need to make a video? Don't you need to do this? Don't you need to do that? And with the fights that we were having, plus me poking her to, you know, to remind her that she needs to create content, it built up a lot of stress and anxiety. So on the last and final blow up that we had,
we talked about YouTube.
She said that she didn't want to do this anymore. That she tried it and she just didn't want to do it anymore. And so I'm like, okay, fine. You know, fine. We don't have to do this anymore. So this summer went by, and you know, I would move out, you know, and I'd, you know, leave with the bag full of my stuff, leave, sleep in my car, come back, leave again, come back, leave again, and you know, we talk.
So during the summer, you left 3 times?
I left about 3 times. We talk and we discuss things, and and we slowly started working on.
How do we do that?
I have no idea. All I know is that we had conversations.
I think it was
we
your
just,
mom and sister's talk.
We finally got to a point where we could talk without the name calling, without the shouting and the yelling. And
I mean, we weren't like doing that in front of Noah.
We tried very hard not to do it in front of Noah. But somehow we managed to. We got both of our points across. You know, we were able to talk it out and get to a place where we could start over again. You know, we weren't starting over with nothing, of course, because we've been in a relationship for a while. But we were able to start the healing process, I guess you could say. You know, for a while there, we were very uncomfortable around each other.
Because we're trying to, like, work things out, like...
You know, this was like... like we were barely friends. You know, we couldn't...
Wasn't it we said that? Well, like, we'll just start off, like, talking and...
Like, we couldn't...
Lay with each other.
Like, we couldn't lay down next to each other. We couldn't dress in front of each other.
We're all just mad at each other.
We couldn't be in the bathroom together, you know? It was very...
We didn't hold hands.
We didn't hold hands. We didn't kiss. I would not let her braid my hair. I would not let her touch my hair. You know, I wouldn't allow it. I didn't, because if you're traditional like me, our hair is very sacred, and touching it can hurt you if you don't have good intentions. And I would not allow her to touch my hair.
Babe, we're talking. Can you get back in the tablet?
So we went.
Go in the room.
I know it's not.
Go in the room, babe. Go lay in the bed. Please. Take your tablet.
I know it.
We're not gonna edit this, so it's running time. So please, babe, go in the room. Take your tablet. Thank you, babe.
So it was several months. That wouldn't.
No, we didn't do that for several months.
For several months, I wouldn't let you touch my hair.
Oh, I thought you were talking about everything else.
No,
that was like 2 months.
It was 2 or 3 months where I wouldn't allow her to braid my hair or brush my hair. Over that time, and we're still healing. We're still trying to talk. There are a few other issues we need to work out. But we got to, after a while, we got to a place where we actually missed each other. You know, I missed, you know, hugging her and kissing her, and I missed her touching my hair. And we had gone several months without any incidents. You know, we would have a fight, but she wouldn't resort to what she used to do. She wouldn't call me names, and she wouldn't put me down, and she wouldn't say whatever it is she thought would hurt my feelings the most. You know, we'd had several fights and she hadn't done it. You know, couples fight. That's unavoidable. But how you fight and how you treat each other when you're mad at each other is very important. You know? And the fights that we had, I felt were healthy. They were productive, I guess you could say. So we started being around each other again.
It did feel awkward, huh? Like, it was really awkward. And like you said that, you know, like, YouTube was still in my mind, but it was just back there, and I was just like, I was really embarrassed of how things went and how they were going, and, you know, like, you can't pretend to act like you're, like you can't act like everything's fine and then be so happy on YouTube. And like, we just, I don't know.
So one day she said she wanted to do a YouTube video. She wanted to come back. And I said, "Are you sure?"
No, we talked about.
We did. We talked
asked about it.
And I said, "Hey, you know, we still have this channel. Do you want me to delete it? Do you want me to delete the videos?" And Shawanda was hesitant. You know, I think she, like she said, deep down she knew she wanted to keep making videos. You know, so one day she decided to come back. And I said, "Look, if you're going to do this, you know, I'll support you as always, but, you know, this is something you need to commit to." Because, you know, this kind of thing is time consuming. You know, it takes a commitment to put these things together for you. Not so much on her part, because she's a stay-at-home mom, so she has time to do these things, you know, but I got to take time out of my free time after work or before work or on my weekends to edit them and put them together and post them to YouTube, you know, but that's something that I said I would do, you know, and I'm pretty good at keeping my promises. I might be a little slow at fulfilling them because I get distracted easily and I have all these things on my mind, but I try very hard to keep my promises. So I said, if this is something that you want to do, I need you to stick with it so that, you know, I don't feel like my investment has been wasted.
And then that's when you told me that, was it you that told me that we had to do, that we should, or you told me like, maybe you should think about like why we're gone. And I said, yeah.
Well,
because we're like totally not different persons, but we changed.
I feel that this is part of a small part of our healing process. You know, we wanted to be open and honest about what happened, and we wanted to share it with you. That way, y'all know that
everybody's they have arguments.
That we're, you know, I mean, God knows we're not celebrities, but you know that we wanted
everybody to know, because y'all support my channel. You guys are here, and you know how I don't know what, like, how to say it, like,
Lord knows we could have kept this private. You know,
we could have, but we didn't want to, because like I felt that, you know, just changing how we were treating each other differently more, that, you know, we wanted to put it on YouTube. So it took us a while, but finally here's the video, and it's probably gonna be like a 2-hour long, but this is like really like the honest truth, and everything we're saying is what we went through. And what else?
That's pretty much it. You know, we're still struggling a little bit. Things are much better than they used to be. There's a couple of things that I need to work on. Like, I shut down a lot. And I shared a lot less while we were going through these things. Because quite honestly, I was afraid of repercussions. You know, I was afraid to talk about certain things. I was afraid to bring certain things up. And because of that, I shut down a lot, and I shared a lot less, to the point where I would make plans for us as a family, but not involve Shavana in those plans. She wouldn't know what was going on until the last minute. And that's something I've been working on. I've been trying to remember to involve her in decisions that I've made for this family.
Yeah, that was hard.
That's something I struggle with. You know, I'm so used to making up my mind on my own, and then executing those decisions, that it's hard for me. It's been a little difficult for me to bring Shavana back into the equation. That, you know, to get her opinion about certain things, or to make sure that these plans that I'm making are okay for her too. You know, so I'm still working on that.
And when we started, finally got back in love, as kid, I don't know, what would you call it? Finally, I mean, like he said, we're still healing, and when we finally got back to our comfort zone, I guess
we got back to a point where we can be comfortable.
Yeah.
Again.
And I remember when we the first big thing we did was probably we went to the circus. I really wanted to vlog about it, but at the same time we were still like...
we hadn't decided to come back yet.
No, we did, but... no, we didn't, huh?
We hadn't decided yet.
And I wanted to just vlog about it, but, you know, we didn't really talk about it, and I didn't let him know or anything, so I was just like, but we really had a good time at the circus. It was really, really fun. But now when we talk about things, we don't like, we don't argue. I mean, we still argue, but not as bad as it used to be. Like he said, we talk about things. We just handle the situation a lot better.
We do. And we walk away a lot quicker now. You know, if we feel like things might get out of hand, I'll walk away a lot sooner, or she will walk away a lot sooner.
And on top of that, we just didn't want to do all that in front of Renua, because now she knows, like, she
is fully aware of what's going on, and completely aware.
I mean, I did my video about talking about my going to jail and all that. She was being distracted by her tablet, so she didn't hear anything. And I know, like, one of y'all said that I don't know. I forgot what I was going to say.
It doesn't matter.
Oh.
So yeah, we wanted to take this time to explain why we were gone, and we wanted to. We're not looking for y'all's opinion. We're not looking for y'all's advice. We're not looking for your input in any way whatsoever. This is between me, Shavana, and I. But we wanted to share it with you so that if y'all are going through something similar, we understand. We're not offering ourselves as counselors or people that you can talk to. If you'd like to talk to us, of course, we're more than willing. But this is, we decided to share it with you for us. That as a part of our healing process, we wanted to be honest about what was going on. And we felt that it would be a good idea to share our story for our own benefits. You know, saying it out loud, I guess. You know,
LOL.
Acknowledging it out loud.
Yeah.
You know, so.
Guys, look, I keep going to the hard one.
I knew it's not.
We're almost done, but please give us like 5 more minutes.
Look,
I know you can do it.
but now look, I go to the hard one now.
Will they turn it off?
Just wait. I'll help you here in a bit. She plays PBS games.
So, I guess that's it for this video.
If they have any questions, they can ask. Feel free to ask. Or no, or yeah.
I mean, if you get ask questions, we may or may not answer them. I don't know. You know, this is, like I said, more for us. Just to be honest. It's no real benefit other than being honest with ourselves and putting this out there to take full responsibility of what we are going through. You know, no masks, no smoke screen. This is us for real. You know, all the emotions, all the pain, all the tears, all the hurt, you know, stuff that we are really going through. You know, and we're doing as best as we can as a couple. But
I guess there's a lot of people that can handle it different too, but
some people don't have these kinds of issues, you know. Some people have normal fights.
No, maybe sometimes they do have this kind of issue, but they don't know how to address it.
Possibly. Mm-hmm. Bitches be crazy.
Shut up.
So, once again, that's why we were gone. So, we would like to respectfully ask to keep your comments as polite as possible.
No rude comments.
Please. And I'll put a note at the beginning of the video as well, because I don't know how many of y'all are going to sit there for an hour and a half and watch the video. But please understand that
this is our feelings that we're sharing with you, personal feelings.
You know, so please be understanding. Please be kind.
I mean, I guess you can go ahead and...
It's taking a lot of courage on our part to put this out there. This is not something we are very proud of. It's very embarrassing for us
it took us 7 years
to admit these things publicly. You know. So
forgive and forget. Just kidding.
So please, you know,
just subscribe. Just kidding. Thank you, new subscribers.
And by the way, I think going forward, this isn't just going to be a Shavana project. This is going to be a family project.
Because he's always in it too. Because I like for him to be
in the beginning. It was just going to be her project, you know.
And I couldn't do that. I can't. I mean, I can do things alone, but I can't sometimes. Most of the time.
So moving forward, this is a family project. So you might see more videos with just me, just her, both of us.
And just to mention, you guys have been asking about my brothers. They're just...
They don't like being on video.
Well, no, not that.
They're always, I don't want to be on YouTube. I don't want to be in the video.
They said that?
Verdell said that the other day.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yes, you did. You're the one that told me.
No.
When you were talking about going to prison, you said that he said he was
he said that, but he was saying it in a joking way. I guess I didn't tell you that part. That's the thing that I hate too. I'll say something like if somebody said that in a joking way, but he thinks that it was like for real.
That's another thing. A lot of our fights started over text messaging because things are taken out of context when you message people. You don't hear the inflection of what you're trying to say. So that started a lot of fights.
He's like, "Why are you yelling at me? Why are you yelling at me?" Be like, if I'm yelling, it'll be all in caps and it'll be exclamation mark. That's how you know I'm yelling. But
yeah.
Are we done?
I think we're done.
Thank you so much for. If you made it to the end of the video, congratulations, you are a trooper.
Or you're bored and have nothing better to do.
You want to hear about other people's lives. Just kidding. No, we just want to share it, and we'll just say the same thing over and over again. But we appreciate you guys all. I'll pour English.
So we have next few videos are already planned out. Of course, the second half of why Shavana went to prison.
It's not going to be about the knife somebody mentioned in my comment was funny. Like, what happened to your knife story? That was just it. Nothing happened after that. But there is another story, but it doesn't involve knives or anything. If that's what you guys are trying to ask about. But. So
that video is coming up soon. We have some other videos in mind. In immediate plans that will be coming out over the next week, and then things will unravel as they do. So it's like she said, if y'all made it this far, thank you for your patience, and
we appreciate you.
Thank you for your concern.
Thank you for the likes.
We really appreciate all of you and all the support that you've given Shavana.
Each and every single one of you.
And your patience with us as we, go through this healing. So, thanks for watching. We appreciate your
Patience.
your patience. We appreciate
Support.
your diligence and your support. We'll see you in the next video.
Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, you guys. We appreciate you guys. Have a good night. Oh, what?
Real quick. Shivana and I had discussed this already.
I don't remember.
I'm gonna have a very small hint now. We'll mention it in more detail later. But we are nearing 1,000 subscribers.
I think I'm at like 609, and that's my address name.
When we get to 609, we
are at 609.
when
We'll
we get
to
when
1,000.
we get to 1,000, we have a nice little giveaway planned. I won't say anything more. More details to come.
Just keep watching.
So if you're not subscribed, please subscribe. Get us to 1,000. We got a really good giveaway coming up.
Thank you for all the native YouTubers that's been shouting me out too. I appreciate you guys, and thank you guys for watching. I mean, you guys don't comment or anything, but that's fine. I mean, I'm not saying you should, but like Honor Lynn, she already saw Nua say her intro. So you guys already know I watch all the YouTube. She knows who all the YouTubers are. Well, like Yazzies, Shane, Rez Live, Honor Lynn, Sierra. Well, she doesn't really know Sierra, but you know those
Kitty.
people. I watch it, and she likes Kitty's video too because she does makeup.
Serious 7.
Yeah, and she likes the kids too. She's been asking for her sister too. It was weird. She's like, Mom, why can't you just have 2 babies in here? I'm like, no, it doesn't work like that. But thank you guys.
Thanks, guys. We'll see you next time.
Have a good night.
Good night.
God bless.